Hello friends, this video on capacitors and capacitance part 6 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. Please make sure that you have watched all the videos till part 5 before going ahead with part 6. Now it is time to see how does a capacitor basically works. Now we still remember the construction of the capacitor. It will consist of two conductors. As I already mentioned, that the capacitor basically consists of two conductors separated by an insulator. So let us suppose this is one conductor. So let us suppose we bring this conductor. Let us name this as conductor A. So from some source, we give some amount of charge to this conductor and we keep giving charge to this conductor. Let us say we keep increasing the amount of charge to this conductor until and unless its potential reaches a maximum. Let us suppose we are supplying some charge to this conductor. So, Q amount of charge is given to this conductor till it reached its maximum potential. So let us suppose it reached its maximum potential, say some V. Now what do? I bring another conductor in front of this conductor. Similar to this. Let us call this as conductor B. So since I was supplying some positive charge Q, so due to this positive charge, negative charge will get induced in conductor B. We discussed this when we talked about charging by induction, right? So when this conductor comes in front of conductor A, because of this positive charge at this end, negative charge will get induced in the nearer end of B, right? Now see, if this end is negative, then all the positive charges will accumulate at this end, right? Okay. Now what would be as I told you, A was at its maximum potential V before B arrived. Now when B arrived, what will happen to the potential of A? Let us suppose earlier it was at potential V. Now because of this negative charges at this end, what will happen? This potential will decrease. The potential will decrease due to the negative charges. Why would it decrease? We discussed all these things in our potential classes, right? Because earlier the potential was V and now the potential due to the negative charges would be nothing but KQ by R minus KQ by R, right? So your potential got reduced by this amount. Now similarly, the potential at A will increase because of these positive charges, because in that case the potential will increase by this amount. So the potential will increase because of the positive charges. So there are two things happening. The potential, that was the maximum potential, can increase because of the negative charges. It can decrease because of the negative charges, and it can increase because of these positive charges. Now just have a look. Which of these two are nearer to plate A? Obviously the negative charges. Now since the negative charges are nearer, so the effect of negative charges will be more. So that means the potential V of A will basically reduce. Now as the potential reduces, so there comes more space to give more charge because it still have some space to reach the maximum potential. Now what I do is to reduce the potential further so that I can I can supply more and more charge to the plate A. What do? I earth this conductor B. Now if I earth this conductor B, what happens? All this excess of positive charge at this end gets earthed, right? So these positive charges vanish. Now once this positive charges vanish, there is no effect of increase of potential due to the positive charges, right? Therefore the decrease of potential is even more. So now the potential decreases all the more, and the more the potential decreases, the more is the scope of supplying more and more charge to plate A. So what are we basically doing? Basically with this arrangement, we are making more space on the conductor A to get more and more charge. So thus we are supplying more and more charge, and hence greater charge is getting stored in this arrangement of two conductors, right? So this is how a capacitor can store charge in a small space. So high amount of charge within a small space. So we will quickly review it once again. How is this arrangement working? First, consider the first conductor rather. Let us suppose from some source you are supplying some charge, some positive charge, say Q, to this conductor, and you keep applying this charge until and unless it reaches its maximum possible potential. Now when it is at its maximum potential, you bring another conductor in front of A. So due to induction of charges, negative charges get induced to the nearer end and positive charges get induced to the farther end. Now because of the negative charges, the potential of A decreases, whereas because of the positive charges, the potential of A increases. Now what do? Since the negative charges are nearer, the effect of negative charges here is stronger. Therefore, the net potential of A decreases because of the presence of this conductor B. Now, in order to further reduce potential, what do? We earth the positive charges to the ground so that the the decrease in potential becomes all the more. So, as a result, the potential decreases and more space is created for taking in more and more charge. And that is how the capacitor is able to store huge amount of charge within a small space. So this is how any basic capacitor works. Now we have different categories of capacitor which have different construction, and depending upon that they work in their own way, but the basic principle still remains the same. Thank you. Please visit examfear.com to watch free educational videos, try free online tests, get the best quality study materials, study from the best tutors and mentors, and much more. Thank you once again.